Namaste everyone. I hope you all enjoyed the two plays that we had so far. Earlier this year in March, we conducted a chanting competition for all our children, and they did a wonderful job. We had about 8 or 10 judges come and listen to them and categorize them based on their diction, the chanting, the clarity, and their tune and everything. So I think without much further ado, I would like to call any of the judges who were there that day. If you're in the audience, please can you come up on stage? Any BOT member, Doctor, can you please come to distribute the prizes? Any Sachin is here, I think. Vijay? I think I saw Vijay. Mr. Bhati is here too. Balakrishna ji, are you here?
And are they all on at the same time? Or
Yeah.
I will not know who is who. So they all 12 on the stage
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah. So,
Can you come here, please?
I will start with our youngest kids, the sub-juniors, whom we call the Rigveda group this year. For the shloka chanting, first prize, Soham Shah. Please come from up here. Second was Hari Amba. Hari Amba, second.
Ravichi, I'll take this now and give it to Samskritam.
Do you have all 12?
Third prize, Riya Malge, Kavya Kulbreth and Siddharth Kulbreth. For the bhajans, Riya, you want to make here? For the bhajans, first prize was Riya Malge. Kavya and Siddharth can just keep coming back. Second prize, Kavya and Siddharth Kulbreth. And Hari was third. Where is Hari? For the mantras, Soham Shah first. Hari second. Riya Malge is third. Shah first. Riya Malge second. Kavya and Hari third. Come on, Kavya. This year we also introduced a new section in the chanting competition. It's not really chanting, but they were given topics and they had to speak about it. The sub-juniors were given topics ahead of time so they could prepare and come and talk about it. For the older kids, they were given topics on the spot. For the sub-juniors though, we had Soham Shah first in the talk. Isha Parekh and Riya Malge second. Hari Amba was third. That concludes our Rigveda section. Big round of applause for all the kids. Even all the participants, they did a fabulous job. The Samaveda section, the Shlokas, Srimukha Chanubala and Riya Karadge were first. Nihant Padmi, second. Tejasvi Banuru and Adityan Surendra were third. The Bhajans category, Riya Karadge first and Srimukha second. Stay here. Stotra, Srimukha was first. That was the only prize given in the Stotram section. Mantras, first is Riya Karadge. That is Riya. Srimukha, keep coming here second. Dr. Bhatta is saying some of them need more than two hands. And Nihant is third. Nihant, wait here. And this is for the talk. Nihant was first, and that was the only prize given. Really, you need lots of hands. You want to put those away? Great job, Samaveda kids. Now we'll move on to our oldest group, the Yajurveda section. Shlokas, Tarak Ramamurthy and Shreya Malge first.
That's all the trophies.
Saurabh Bhavdekar second. The Bhajans category, Sanvi Jaju first. Amala Kumar second. Ishan Khambete third. category, Tarak Ramamurthy and Shreya Malge first. Ishan Hambete and Saurav Bardekar second. Mantras, Tarak Ramamurthy first. Ishan Khambete second. And Shreya Malge third. And in the top, Shashank Salgam and Tarak Ramamurthy first. Ishan Khambete second. Great job by all the kids. Once again, big round of applause for all of them. The completion certificates that Ishan mentioned earlier, all the students, please remember to collect it after the program, okay? I think they'll be distributed over here at the table. Who's coming on next? Is it Ishan? Sure.
I just want to let you know that from the bottom of my heart, as the chairperson of the HTS, I want to thank the heritage class teachers and the organizers and most of all the students and the families and the parents too. You know, when we built this cultural center, it almost cost almost nearly $2 million so far. I think after seeing the function here and the heritage class function, I think it's worth it to build this place. I think I would like to have a round of applause for all the participants. And as you said, that some of the students have gone to India too to learn and teach to their underprivileged children, and that's very nice of for the heritage class to do that function. Now, only thing my request to make to heritage class is to come up with some ideas, and you can present to the board of trustees to increase the number of students participating in the heritage class, and whatever help you need from the HTS, we are here to provide you. My request is that I think every year we should see more and more number of children joining heritage class and learning our Indian culture. Thank you very much.
I just want to say how lucky the parents and the children are. This is not a very common thing that happens. And when I was growing up, I wish I had opportunities like this to learn, except for my training in the home. But I'm so glad to see our culture is being continued. The children are understanding the meanings of different epics, and such opportunities are not common. So please tell your other friends also who have children to come and participate in it, because such opportunity is not easy to come by. And I really want to congratulate all the teachers who take so much interest in teaching the children. It's not easy to prepare. So congratulations to all of you, and keep this spirit up. Thank you.
So,
It's on.
I just want to quickly take a few minutes to give a vote of thanks All children in the auditorium, Soham, Isha, please be seated down where you are. A vote of thanks really does not seem appropriate because it is like the hands and the feet thanking the heart and the brain, or vice versa. Because this wonderful space, the class and the heritage class curriculum has organically evolved within our community over the last 20 plus years. It has been blessed by some wonderful volunteers, teachers as well as parents over these many years. But just so we can acknowledge some faces and names today for their contribution for the year 2016-17. If you are here in the auditorium, please stand up to be acknowledged by the audience. I request that the audience please hold their applause till the very end. I'll finish saying all the names. Vijay Oruganti and Sachin Shah, not as parents, but as HCC board members and liaisons between the class and the board for financial and logistical approvals. Vijay and Sachin. Madhvi Shah for making rooms and other requested facilities available, making this our heritage class and prioritizing its events before renting the space out. So big round of applause for her. We wait till the very end because there is a lot of dates. Nile and the janitorial staff who made sure classrooms were cleaned and vacuumed. It is not easy when good citizenship falls by the wayside and our own cultural center space is in bad shape because of an event that happened the night before. So we really appreciate their support in keeping the classrooms clean. Abhi Shah was a huge support to Manita for kids' crafts, costume arrangements and rehearsals for Heritage Day. Abhi? Props and backstage help for the Foolish Lion. Swapna Gangeti, Zui Dev, Ramita Husky, Ami Parekh, and because we don't want to discount the men, their families. So I think Swapna is over here. Where's Ramita? Ramita, Zui, and Ami Parekh, can you please stand up and be acknowledged? Bhargavi Ramamurthy for helping in the Rigveda class. Veda Nandikam for helping in the Rigveda class. Parents helping with snack distribution during rehearsals. Believe it or not, it is a huge help. Nirmala ji, are you here in the auditorium?
Backstage.
Okay, can you please come center stage. Our oldest and dedicated polite student. She is a student of the Sanskrit class and also a student of heritage class. She stepped up to assist with practicing the small group rehearsals for our value of values play. So very appreciative of that. Ravi Bhatt, without which none of my voice would reach you and so of our students. The one-man audio arranger for mic rentals, time to set up the huge contraption 2 nights before, and all of that. So thank you very much, sir. Mandar Ayachit for photography. Yatin Bavekar for video. And our little charming MCs, Devan, Ishan and Shantanu. Ishan is not as Dashratha anymore. And now I call upon Zui Dev to say a few words about the teachers and what she's going to represent the parents who have had very good experiences with their teachers and their kids in the classes during the session throughout the year. Parents have been very appreciative of all the efforts that have been put in. They've sent me emails. Zui has put that all together and compiled a little vote of thanks. So one more, Shreya Bavekar, Bhargavi Ramamurthy, Ishita Khambete and Sania Ayachit for backstage help. Thank you very much, everyone. So now while Zui is going to talk about the teachers, from parents. I request all of the heritage class teachers to please come on stage.
This was my first year as a heritage class parent, I guess, and walked in as a very big skeptic, at least in my mind. Even if you can't see it, I was like, ooh, can the kids handle that much of chanting? I was very worried about it, or even how much time commitment would be, or really what values and what roots are they going to teach my kids? I'm not sure. Or how much family commitment it could be. But the skepticism over the time turned. It sort of started feeling the magic of the mantras and the chanting. And especially started seeing it when my own little kids, 6-year-old and even 3-year-old who just hangs around, they started saying the shlokas and mantras while playing at home or taking a bath. And the power of mantras was very, very palpable. And the finale at some point was when my daughter said, "Oh mom, I made a new friend today." Another finale was she said, "Can you please sign up next year again for a heritage class?" Or another one was she was very, very thrilled that her great grandfather's name was Sri Ramachandra because of the bhajan. And it kind of made a lot of sense. And as from all the parents, we really wanted to thank you. And what it felt as we were observing the class was not only the learning was imparted or the learning happened, it was done in a very fun way. And many times, like imagine, especially the class that I used to observe most of the time was Manita Maushi's class, where 20-25 kids are just running around, full of energy. Most of them want to go to the restroom, or want to eat something, or want to play with their siblings. And the compassion and the patience that I saw in teachers was very inspiring and very powerful. A lot of other teachers, what I've heard about them, like Yanu or Rajesh Uncle, we saw sort of them leading by examples, especially when Rajesh Uncle would be saying the chanting all along, being there really with the children and saying it. It was really meaningful to us, all of us, and thank you for making learning very much fun for the children. And one sort of last quick thing that some parents mentioned that I wanted to note here. The learning was made fun, learning happened. What also happened along with it, that they got excited to learn outside the classroom also about the heritage and about our roots. And that's sort of a lifelong lesson that we got from you all. And thank you very much. And just the teachers or everyone else, the administrators and everyone, we very much appreciate it. And someone was...
Thank you, Zui. I think we are still by the... And who are we missing? Janaki and Ramanath are not here today, but of course they have had valuable contributions to the class throughout the year. And Sujata and Sharad. They are here today. But on behalf of all the teachers, we thank all of you parents and students for bringing us at this point. With great reverence, we are thanking you to bring that you're able to bring your students to our classes every Sunday morning. We know firsthand it's a great push. We have evolved as parents into teachers over the last 10 years, most of us. So thank you everybody. I call upon Vijay Oluganti and Sachin Shah, who are representing the HCC board, to please present the teachers with a token of appreciation. And on behalf of the parents, Zui and Sangeeta wanted to also present some flowers and some cards to the teachers. Mandar Ayache. Anita Bhatt, Anuradha Sheth, Rajesh Ramamurthy, Prashant Gowde, and Vaidehi Akashi. Thank you to Sachin and Vijay. Vijay was a great help in napkins and wrapping them also. So huge thank you.
Thank you to Preeti for coming up with a suggestion for the gifts, as well as for her dedication for this year for conducting the heritage class. Thanks all the teachers and all the volunteers. Without you, we cannot run this class.
Just a few words. This year was certainly seeing the coordinator's job that Preeti has done. A lot of behind the scenes work happened, and I can tell you that it is very demanding at some times. It's a lot of work. So the way it was gracefully carried out and the work done, it's enormous amount of dedication that required. So that doesn't come away, that it doesn't show off like that. But I hope each and every one of you can maybe get a glimpse of the fact that it takes a lot of effort to be a leader for a team and kind of make the activities happen by organizing things one after the other. So I really request each of you to give a big round of applause to Preeti for taking up the graceful leadership role of coordinator for the class this year. Thank you so much. It's wonderful.
As you said, there's a great demand, for the work to do that. I have seen, though, I did ask all the board of trustee members to be here, but one silent partner that we have in our POT is Ravi Bhatt. He does everything, but he is always quiet. On behalf of the STS, Ravi, come here, please. And I would like to present you. I'm very proud of Ravi.
Buddies always remember each other, so Ravi Bhatt reminded me that I forgot to thank Prashant Gowdy for lighting. Sorry, Prashant. Now, Shantanu will say a few words before the Samskritam Bharati class will present a play in Sanskrit. This play is going to be entirely in Sanskrit without any subtitles, so you will be having to pay a lot of attention.
The last item of today's program will be a play and song in Samskritam by the Samskritam Bharati Balavarga kids. Every Sunday, these kids learn and practice to converse in Sanskritam by reading, writing, acting, singing, and conversing. Sanskrit was a thriving language until late 1800s and 1900s. Many of our grandfathers were adept in Sanskrit. It was a part of the curriculum. Though the Gurukula system and the family lineages, but somehow was not integrated well into the post-independent education systems. But that is changing. An example of how Sanskrit can make a huge difference in the modern day mathematician, Dr. Manjul Bhargava of the Princeton University. He is the winner of the Fields Medal, the highest recognized prize in mathematics, known as the Mathematics Nobel Prize. His prize was for novel insights on Fibonacci numbers. Dr. Bhargava has shown that Hemchandra, an Indian mathematician, had shown the same numbers in much more detail in Sanskrit slokas a century or so before Fibonacci. It is interesting to note that Dr. Bhargava's new insights were inspired and underpinned by his knowledge of Sanskrit, fostered by his grandfather, and mathematics, fostered by his mother, who was a math teacher.
See how getting connected to treasures of our heritage can yield new insights? Sanskrit is a lovely medium. If we know this language, we need not depend on our folks who are not connected to our culture, learn Sanskrit and misinterpret our ancestors' works with their own cultural biases. Now we present Sarve Vishishta Asanti. Everyone is special. Each of us has something special, something interesting in us, be it related to our personality or things that we can do. Not only should we recognize what's special in us, but more importantly, as a community, we must recognize and acknowledge what's special in others as well. The skit illustrates this idea metaphorically in a forest setting where different numbers of animal kingdom come together and identify and acknowledge each other's qualities. The skit will be delivered entirely in Sanskrit, so grasp every spoken word, root your attention to the action, and take home the joy of watching young boys enact in simple spoken Sanskrit. Hari Om. Aham Vishupah Asmi, Mama Priste Amsa Asti. Aham Simha Asmi, Mama Garjaha Bhayanaka Asti. Ekasmin Dine, Akashe Megha Gachanti. Megha Varshaha Gachanti. Ekasmin dine akashe meghaha gachanti. Varshakartanam samaptam vasti. Suryaha labane prakashate. Nurganam santosha jataha. Idanim sundarha vatavarnaha asti. Aham akashe ujjainam karomi. Mayuraha bhavan mayasaha ujjayate ma. Sarve vishishtaha santi. Sunotu sapaya. मम अतीव बलम् अस्ति अहं शिवस्य वाहनम् अस्मि अहं राजा अस्मि इदानीं मम बुभुक्षा अस्ति खं खादामि